This video by Goat, Geek of All Trades, should scare the crap out of everybody using Zelcore and maybe open their eyes. I know it did mine. Rusty's Crypto Cave here, and today's video is going to be, in the long run, just basically transferring your node from Zelcore over to SSP, but we're going to talk a little bit about Zelcore. I've had my Zelcore wallet since July of 2019. I knew it was late 18 or early 19, somewhere around there, is when I first set it up and started mining Zelcash. I actually went through the Block Explorer, and I actually figured out my first transaction was July 7th of 2019, and I received a payment of 10.55 Flux. At the time, it was Zelcash, so I've had that for a very, very long time. And one of the downfalls kind of with Zelcore is when you set your wallet up, you set your username and password, and that's it. You can't change it. Once it's set up, it is what it is. Your private keys are attached to it. So that's one of the negative things, that you can't constantly update your password and stuff. Luckily for me, I guess looking back, I set up a password that I haven't used on anything else, because that could be one of the reasons it could be compromised. If you use a similar login and password, that's some of the things they say on their Discord. And Flux's Discord, they say a bunch of different reasons of why or how it could be hacked. Maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. And for the last few years, I have been using the D2FA, is what they call it. It's basically just like a PIN number. It's not like actual two-factor authentication where you get a little PIN number from your Google Authenticator app or anything like that. So it's not quite full-blown like that. But and then what I did do, at first I didn't do it. I would just type it in on the keyboard. But I did remember reading something somewhere about it's recommended to use the clickable keyboard rather than typing in your D2FA. So a keylogger can't record it. I've been doing that for the last year or two. Not exactly sure how long I've been doing that, but been doing it for a while. Knock on wood. Haven't had any issues, but I'm not taking any fucking chances. As you all know, I do run a Nimbus node, and a Nimbus node requires 12,500 Flux. That's a lot of Flux. That's a lot of money, especially at all-time highs. So I don't want to have any possibility of losing that. So I feel bad for Goat. He lost 3,000 Flux at all-time highs. That's 10, 11, 12 grand, or whatever the hell it was, but it's a shit ton of money. And it scared the shit out of me, I'll be honest with you. So I don't want to take any risks. So I did transfer everything over to SSP. So SSP is better, it seems. There's more security. So it's sspwallet.io is the website. You could download the wallet. It is just a browser extension. We'll go through here and we'll download it and set it up. Well, let's see, get started. Sorry for the flashbang. We're going to add the Chrome. We're going to add the extension. It's very easy to set up. I'm not sure what the hell that is, but we're going to pin it. I'm just going to set up a bullshit wallet. I'm not going to use this one. It's not the one. I already have it set up on another machine that's just dedicated to that wallet, and that's it. So you just click Get Started. Set up a password. Please don't hack. Wait, hold on. Please don't hack me. 1, 2, 3. Please don't hack me. 1, 2, 3. Not using this, so I don't care about showing the password, so I agree. Hit create wallet. And it's going to back up wallet. It's going to generate a seed phrase, blah, blah, blah. Show seed phrase. Copy that down. Yes, I have backed it up. Hit confirm. Maybe I should have paid attention. Let's go back. Can we go back? Yeah. Just so I can confirm and set this up. Took a picture of my phone. That's another thing you shouldn't do with seed phrases. Don't take pictures and have them on your phone. because if something happens to your phone, it gets hacked. That's not going to be good either. So anyway, we're just doing this for testing purposes, just to kind of show you how it works. Seed wallet number 2 is still. Number 6 is curtain. Number 10 is boat. Confirmed. Create wallet. And then the next step is to sync it with your SSP key. So that is an app that you download from the App Store. And then once you log in, let me flip it to full screen here. Download it, kind of hard to see. And hold on, there we go. Download the app, set it up on your phone, scan the QR code. It's going to prompt you to create another password and stuff like that. I create a completely separate password for the app on the phone than what I use for the Chrome extension. And I believe it gives you another seed phrase and all that stuff too. So I copied them both down, had them backed up, ran down, stored in a safe, fireproof location. So if anything happens, there should be good. So, and then you basically scan it, sync them, and it's pretty easy to set up. So once that's done, let's see if I can sync. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through and sync that up just because I don't want to screw up my other wallet. So I'm just gonna hand cancel anyway. So we're gonna cancel that, close that out. But you get the idea as far as setting that part up. It's not too difficult at all to set the wallet up and get it synced. And then actually on their website too, they have the QR codes where you can download, or just search for SSP key in your App Store or Google Play Store, and get that set up. And then once it is set up, the pretty much first step you have to do to transfer your node over is you have to, what I did is I sent a test transaction just to make sure everything went fine. So I sent one Flux, make sure that went through first. And then once that, I confirmed that everything worked fine there, then I deleted my node in Zelcore. So I wish I could log in, but the device I had the Zelcore wallet on, it's an older laptop and it's not the greatest. So I can't really record on it. So basically, once you get into Zelcore, you screw in your nodes under the app section. I wonder if Zelcore has screenshots in here. Nah, maybe not. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, so once you're in your Zelcore wallet, you click on this. This is where your apps are. And you go into your nodes and you delete your node. And it's going to ask you to confirm it. You hit yes. Then the funds will be unlocked back in your wallet. And then what you have to do is send them from Zelcore to your SSP address. You do have to wait for the wait for the 100 confirmations. So that does take a few hours. So that is going to be the longest portion of it. Because the rest of it is actually very, very quick, pretty easy. It works very similar to how it works in Zelcore, as far as you have the start, edit, delete buttons, all that type of stuff. You get your transaction ID, your Flux ID, input or index ID. I forget what they call the other ones, but what I'll do is I'll pop up some screenshots and show you those. So let me, which I actually just remembered, they're still in my email. I never downloaded them on this computer quick, so hang on a second. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. I downloaded some images. This is screenshots from my SSP wallet I do already have set up. So you can see there's a couple transactions here. And I did kind of want to make this video just to make sure the first transaction node payment did go through correctly the way I thought it was going to. So here you can see that was my first payment that I just sent myself one Flux from my Zelcore address. Then once I confirmed that went through, then I sent the $12,500 for the collateral for the node. And then process takes a while for that stuff to go through. And then we can see on the first, I sent the remaining balance of Flux that I had in that wallet, which is another 240 Flux. And then just this morning, you see there's my first node reward payment that I received. So, and you can see it's a good chunk of change. I don't want to lose that shit. So that's why I want to make sure it's as secure as I could possibly make it. I made just password ridiculously difficult to remember, so I had to write it down. So I have to refer to it every single time I have to log in, just because it's kind of stupid how long and crazy it is. But hey, I guess the longer and harder it is for me to remember it and figure it out, the harder it's going to be for somebody to hack. So that big goats video really like opened my eyes, like, oh shit, I got really lucky with the other stuff and never had any issues. So definitely don't want to take any chances and have any issues in the future, just because it's a lot of money at stake. And at Flux going back to all-time highs, that's 35-40 grand. That's a significant portion of my holdings. That would be very, 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 very bad. So like I said, don't want to take any chances with that stuff. So let me close out some of these windows, or minimize that one, minimize that one. So all right, so then once that is set up, as you can see, you got your node tab right here. So I think I could hit, yeah. So then once you hit the node tab, it's going to show you name Nimbus 1, whatever you want to name it. When you first do it, there's not going to be an IP address here because it's not set up. So I have mine hosted on Node Orbits. All the information that you pull from here, you just enter it into Node Orbits, and they assign your IP and all that type of stuff. So that part is the same as setting everything up as a Zelcore. And then, but once you're in here, to get the information to enter into Node Orbits, you will need to click on this. So just once you click on here, this whole line, it's going to take you to this window, and it shows the amount of the collateral, gives you your transaction ID, your output ID, your node identity key, and your SSP Wallet ID, Flux ID / Zel ID, whatever you want to call it. So it gives you all that information that you can just copy and paste right into whoever you have your node hosted with, whether it's like Node Orbits, or if you have it hosted with Terra, you have to provide that information to King or a Hawk so they can set the nodes up and then get everything running. So that part kind of works the same. It's very easy to do. There's nothing really hidden or difficult or anything like that. Edit is where you can go in, you can change the name of it, adjust the IP if the IP address changes or whatever you need to do. Here's where you hit delete to unlock your collateral. And then if you do hit delete and let it sit for a while and don't do anything and send it out of the wallet, like say when you hit delete in Zelcore, if you leave it sit there for a while, it's gonna relock it up as collateral for a node. So you'll have to go and hit delete again. So as you can see from the transactions I did, it was about 13 minutes and it was fine. I'm gonna guess if it sits there for an hour or two, then it may not. It may relock itself. But so like 12, 13 minutes, whatever it was there, that worked fine for me. So, and then I was able to send it. And then the longest part of this whole process is waiting for the 100 confirmations, just like when you originally set it up. There's no way around it because you're changing your IDs and addresses and stuff like that. The only thing I did notice, once everything was up and running, and it's part of the reason I wanted to wait for a payment to go through, just to make sure there was no issues. According to from what I found in the Discord, it's a little bit buggy. There is a bug with the wallet address that it says for payments on the node. Like if I go into Node Orbits, let me log into Node Orbits. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're in Node Orbits here. I just had to make a little slight adjustment to where my camera is located, just to save me in the editing. So if you see this area right here, it's showing the IPs for my Neoxa nodes. Even though I did click the privacy node button and I hid the IP for my Flux node, but for whatever reason it didn't hide the IPs for everything else. I don't know, whatever. But I'm just hiding the IPs for those. But this is basically your collateral ID transaction will be displayed here. The status is a Nimbus node. Wallet link. This is where, let me actually close this just so you can see I'm not making shit up. When I click on wallet info, it's going to take me over to here. That's a completely different address than what my actual Flux address is Because if you saw from here, T3F, blah, blah, blah. That's my address. There. So I was thinking, is something wrong? I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then I asked in the Discord, and they said they think it's just a bug with SSP or something like that. Don't know, but whatever. It's working fine. So I did receive my my payout. So who knows? But so we got that. So all right. So back in this screenshot from my other my SSP wallet, basically. So once you have you basically enter all this information into your hosting provider, give it to them, whatever. You may have to click start, which this will be available down here. Just because I jumped the gun a little bit when I did the set up my SSP wallet, and the 100 transactions wasn't quite through yet, and I thought maybe that it might automatically kind of go. It didn't, like once the 100 confirmations hit. So I entered the information into Node Orbit and all that stuff, and it basically I wasn't gonna be around, so I left overnight and let it go. The 100 confirmations was gonna finish it overnight, so I thought maybe I'll see if I can get to start right away, and it didn't happen. Yeah. So basically, just wait for your 100 confirmations to go through, then you can get everything finished up with your hosting provider, or if you are hosting your own node, then there are different steps that you might have to do as far as in that multi-toolbox deal. I know recently, I don't know if it was just this past Monday, but Max Voltage said that he's going to make a video on that, and he said it's very easy to do. I think number 8 and number 11 or something like that is ringing a bell. In that toolbox, there's a couple different things you have to do just to do some updates. I haven't run my own node for about a year now, if not longer, because I was running a Cumulus node on a Raspberry Pi here at home, and it was just easier for me to host them. And then plus I got to the point where I was going to do a Nimbus node. I couldn't host a Nimbus node at home just because of my bandwidth, so I just had it hosted. So he does have fiber out there in his area, so he hosts his own node at home, which is great if you do, because it's $28 a month to host a Nimbus node, so it's not cheap. Counting parallel assets, they were profitable-ish, but then when you claim and get the fees crushed, because I did. Here's another thing too. Once you do move your node and everything like that, all your parallel assets are still going to be attached to your old Zelcore address. So you are going to have to make a claim and claim those assets off of there. I had 264 parallel assets to claim. The Flux fee was 61. Ouch. Yes. So essentially at 80 cents, 60, roughly $48 in fees to claim those parallel assets. Now, here's one thing I'm not sure about is where do you claim the parallel assets in SSP? I didn't figure that part out yet, so I got to see what's going on there, but I could release another video once I figure that out, because I'll have to hop on the other machine with the SSP wallet on it, log in, see if there's anywhere where it says parallel assets claim or anything like that, because I have not, like I said, my first payment was this morning, so that's what we got there. So we'll see how that works. I'm sure the fees aren't any lower, so because pretty much I'm not going to be making another parallel asset claim for at least 6 months or so. The only reason I was going to do it probably at the end of the year, or maybe even right at the beginning of the new year, but the last time I did one was a few months ago. I did make a claim, but the fees freaking kill you. So, but it is nice that you don't need to have all the dust. So you don't need to have like the Tron and the Algorand and the Solana and the Avalanche and all that stuff. But anyway, it was kind of nice. They did have some of that because those coins are pumped. So I did make a few bucks on those, but it wasn't a whole lot to make a difference. But hey, profit's profit. So anyway, but that's about all there is to it as far as switching it over. It's a simple process. It's just laid out differently. And it's a browser extension wallet instead of an application on your computer. But as far as the security goes, you do have, there's more layers as far as that goes. You do have a seed phrase. You do still have a password, just making it long and difficult. And just so it's harder to hack. And then also with the app on the phone for the SSP key, you do need both that to access it. So once it's all set up and synchronized, so it seems like it should be more secure than Zelcore, just because the username and password, and you can't change it. And if it gets compromised, then you're screwed. So I would advise to either move your stuff to SSP if you have it, especially if you have a large amount, or go through the process, create a new Zelcore wallet with the seed phrase and not a login and password, or do a login and password with the seed phrase. I'm not even exactly sure how it works, which I'm still going to do that too. I'm probably going to set up a Zelcore wallet on a different machine, just because there are some coins that I have in there that I can't move out. So I need to get some of those things situated. So I do know Chlor is in there, and I think I did just read that Chlor is going to be added to Tangem, so that would be nice. Cadena, Ergo, and then some other random stuff in there. I think he may even have a tiny bit of Ethereum in there. But anything that I could get out of there, I did move to Tangem, and I have two separate Tangems. I have the regular Tangem, and I have an Red Panda mining Tangem that I bought. So I have some of the assets separated. Like cash was not quite half and half, but maybe like 60-40-ish split between the two of them. And then I have other different coins and stuff. Octaspace, for example, my GeoNet, DIMO. A lot of all that stuff is all on Tangem. And hopefully as time goes by, they could add more stuff to Tangem. So I could just keep adding more to it. So, because I do like it. It's pretty convenient to use. So we'll see. But anyway, this video has gone long enough. I'm just basically kind of going over the process as far as what you need to do to transfer your node. Like I said, it is pretty easy to do. And like a lot of these buttons here are similar to what is in Zelcore. So that should be familiar once you have it set up. But there really wasn't a whole lot of information out there. I didn't really search. I'm sure it probably was in Discord, but I didn't really spend a whole lot of time searching there. I figured I'd set it up and just started clicking around and saw this. I was like, oh, that's actually not that bad. So, but if this helps anybody to do the transfer their node and get everything set up, hopefully it does. So, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Is Zelcore good, bad, indifferent? You think SSP is going to be more secure? My personal opinion, I think it seems like there's more layers for SSP, so it seems like it should be. But my opinion with anything software related, if there's a way in, there's always a way in. Somebody can figure out something somehow. Might take some time. It just, I don't know. Not sure if there's anything that's 100% absolutely foolproof, lock them up secure. There's some stuff that are, like for example, a Trezor device you need, like the Tangem wallet you need cards. I'm thinking this might work similar since you need the SSP key with the app and the browser extension to work. I'm thinking it should work similar, so hope so. So anyway, until next video, we'll catch you later.